What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Freaking Mustang. We're back with another video. Taking a small break from the Mercedes. We've been doing a lot of work on it, getting it ready so that I could sell it. Sadly, if you guys want to go check out those videos, go ahead and check them out. We're doing a lot of little things that the car really did need. But for today, we're working on the 240. Hopefully, for the last time. Hopefully, the car is running after today. I actually drove the car to work yesterday, but we're still dealing with that pressure issue on the pedal. I did post it on the Facebook forum, and a lot of people did say that I'm probably just dealing with like a bad slave cylinder or a bad master cylinder, which I could believe because all the original parts are still on the 240. Even though I filmed this video a couple months ago before installing a new clutch. I installed the Exetti, clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder kit that Injuku sells, and it was just the clutch went bad. But when I took it to the mechanic, he ended up breaking the master cylinder and stuff like that. He just installed the original parts. So I just feel like we have to refresh these parts, and hopefully, I'm really crossing my fingers this works. Before I go outside, let me show you guys the products. We got an OEM Nissan freaking master cylinder. I know I'm always like talking smack about like the whole OEM people, but it's not about the parts. I'm talking smack about the people that never shut up about their OEM stuff. I get it. But we went ahead and got an OEM Nissan one master cylinder, and I didn't want to wait for a slave cylinder, so I went ahead and just picked one up at AutoZone real quick. It's a Duralast. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I guess we'll just have to buy another Exetti slave cylinder. But I'm gonna go ahead and install this, and hopefully it all works out. We got the car all up on jacks. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and drain out all of our fluid. Take apart the slave cylinder from the hose and just let it drain out. Try to get as much dirt out of this hose as possible. We got our hose draining out. While it is draining out, we have to remove this pin. So I guess it's just that cotter pin, and then you push out the pin. I think majority of the fluid should have drained out. So we're gonna go ahead and remove our fitting and our hose and start removing the master cylinder. We have one nut right there and one nut up here. I went ahead and added a bag and a rag on top. The bag mainly so that it could protect the freaking engine bay from any more corrosion. This one is at a bit of a funny angle, so just try your best. It's a 12 mil. Have to remove those nuts. Bam! Master cylinder comes right out. We got our slave cylinder now out. Now, I'm not too sure what is the culprit in our issue, but I can never bleed this thing right because I've stripped this nut so bad, or this little bleeder thingy. So just swapping it out with a brand new one should make it a lot easier to bleed. Y'all probably won't be able to see everything, but do my best to explain as much as I can. The black hose has now finished draining. I'm gonna go ahead and just thread on our new slave cylinder. Alrighty, perfect. Start it on. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe around here, and then we'll go ahead and install the slave cylinder. Okay, let's try to get this thing on. Perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our new master cylinder. You want to line it up with the OEM one, just so that you could get this little hinge thingy at the same length. We got our pin back onto the pedal. It works. Now starts the annoying part, the whole bleeding portion of this install. This contraption that we have here, I got it at AutoZone. It's just like a master cylinder bleeder for brakes and for your clutch. But basically what we're trying to do here is called a bench bleed. Now you do this on a bench, you pretty much fill it up with brake fluid, and you start pumping it all into itself to try to get any bubbles from the master cylinder itself out. because when you just try to install it like this, usually you might not have bubbles down here, but you still have a bunch of bubbles in here, and that creates less pressure on your pedal. So you have to bleed the master cylinder itself first, and then you can bleed the entire system. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Got my sister, she's gonna be pumping the clutch, and I'm gonna be in here making sure there's bubbles coming out and not leaking through this blue fitting. Okay, we already got some bubbles coming out. Very nice. Pump it once. Oh, you wait. Okay, pump it again. Do it again. Okay, hold on. I wanna get them a nice view of this. I don't know if y'all could see the bubbles, but that's basically what we're doing. Alright, pump it again. Pump it again. As you can see, we have all these little bubbles, and we're just trying to get rid of them. So we just keep pumping until we have no more bubbles coming out. It's a bit of a tedious process, but this is usually what takes the longest when installing a new master cylinder. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for a couple minutes and then give you guys an update. All right, after Chicky slaving it up, there's no more bubbles in this hose, which is what we're looking for. I guess you can go as long as you want. You could also go ahead and tap the bore, get any last bubbles out of there, anything that's stuck in there. And I guess you could just decide whenever you feel comfortable. I'm comfortable at this spot. I don't see any more bubbles, and I think I'm ready to go ahead and hook up our steel braided line and start bleeding our slave cylinder. Now this part, it gets really messy because when you remove this, a lot of the fluid is going to start leaking out, but you're just gonna have to go as fast as you can and try to install the hose without this draining out completely, because then you introduced air back into the master cylinder bore, and you basically have to start this process all over. So I guess fill it up to the max, try to do it as fast as possible, put your finger on it as you put in the feeds, and just keep as much fluid in here as possible. It's gonna get messy, no doubt about that, but it has to be done. So we had a bit of a mishap. So this line, I will show over here, Chickies. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it has a burn mark. The way I routed this line, I'm not too happy about it. So I tried fixing it right now, but then I removed the line from the bottom thinking it wouldn't be, or it wouldn't drip that fast, but it did. So we're gonna leave the line for right now. I just went ahead and zip tied it, tried my best to get it out the way of this little exhaust valve thingy. And so now we're gonna go ahead and just bleed the clutch. See, I figured I might as well show you guys how to bleed a clutch, or how I am bleeding the clutch. So Chiggy's inside the car. She's gonna be pumping the clutch. All right, go ahead, pump it, Chiggy's. Do it like another 10 times. Yeah. All right, so she did it 10 times. Now we have this little bleeder valve over here. And you're gonna go ahead and open that. And then you close it up again. All right, go ahead. And she pumps it. But basically what you want to do is release all the air bubbles from the hose running down all the way to the slave cylinder. And I'm not too sure exactly when the clutch is bled properly, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do this a couple more times until I don't hear any more air bubbles coming out of here. People that have like the little tubes and a bottle, you're able to see the air bubbles, you know, or you're able to see the liquid come out with the airs, with the bubbles. And then whenever you don't see any more bubbles coming out of the fluid, your clutch is pretty much bled. But I don't have that tool, so go ahead and check the reservoir, Chiggies. Go check, make sure that it still has fluid in there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add some more, okay?
Okay, go ahead. While you're doing this, You also have to make sure that the fluid reservoir has enough fluid. You guys can't see me, but clearly I'm in the 240 and the clutch still feels consistent. It's not like super stiff or anything like that. I think I like a bit more of a stiffer clutch. It might just be because this is just probably like a, you know, just a basic clutch. So that's probably why it's not like super stiff. But I'm gonna go on a first test drive. I'm not gonna record all of it just because I want to make this video short, but I'll let you guys know how the first test drive goes. Clutch has stayed consistent. I took it on the freeway, I drove it for like 10 minutes and it's perfect. Very happy. Honestly, I'm just a little bit embarrassed with the flashlight in front of my face, but I'm gonna go hang out with my lady right now for a bit. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna see if it passes the girlfriend test, even though, well, I have the radio, but I'm not sure if it works because I didn't install it properly, so I'm gonna have to reinstall it. And also we have you hear that little squeak, so we're already not passing the girlfriend test. But I'm gonna go ahead and drive it for the rest of the night, and I'm very happy with it. Honestly, this is all I really wanted from the car, just so that I could start putting money into it. And once I saw the Mercedes, all that money is pretty much, well, not all of it, but like, you know, I'm gonna have a lot more money to play around with, and I'm gonna invest into this car because this car, she needs a lot of work. I know that, you guys know that, because I don't hide anything from you guys. All my videos, I show everything how it is. I'm not trying to hide anything. And basically, I was dealing this car for like a year now. I'm gonna call it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. The 240 is back. Honestly, I'm a happy camper. This is all I wanted. I'm gonna start driving the car more. Well, actually, I gotta go take it to get smogged next Saturday. So yeah, let's do that. In the car, she's back on the road. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you like this one, drop a like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. Chale ganitas.